Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is Carmine Sabia for Explain America, and once again, the Secret Service has stuff to answer for in relation to a failed attack on former President Donald Trump. Before we get started, please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Those little things really help us out, and they help our channel continue to grow. And if you're not watching us on YouTube, please visit that address in the lower right-hand corner. It's youtube.com/@ExplainAmerica. When you get there, please hit the subscribe button, absolutely free. In this election season, it really helps us out. So, the Secret Service has a lot to answer for. Now, first of all, let's start with the good part. They caught this guy before he had a chance to get off a shot. They did their job. They chased him. They didn't catch him. If not for a witness, a brave witness who took the license plate number, gave it to the police, this man may never have been caught, but the Florida police were involved. The Secret Service, the FBI were involved. They all did their jobs perfectly once the man was spotted. But here's my question. Here's the question to so many people. How in the hell was he on the golf course for 12 hours without anybody noticing him? How does that happen? That to me is a catastrophic failure. That golf course should have been swept. And is it the Secret Service's fault? Certainly not the agents on the ground fault, but somebody higher up who didn't believe that former President Trump, and Kamala Harris for that matter, deserve the same level of protection as the sitting President of the United States. I disagree. I think both candidates deserve the same protection the President of the United States gets, because we live in a political climate where this kind of stuff is becoming commonplace, and that's terrifying to me. I'll say it before and I'll say it again. We in America, if you're a real American, if you're a real patriot, you believe this in your core, we settle our political differences at the voting booth and only at the voting booth. Well, no, not only. We can write letters to our Congress members and our senators. We can ask for action. We can protest. We can vote. We have lots of ways we can affect politics in this nation. Violence is not one of them. It should never be one of them. It makes us a third world banana republic country. That's not who we want to be. And if you're a patriot and you didn't think about engaging in violence, you are wrong. You're not a patriot. If that's the case, you are not a patriot. You don't believe in the fundamental principles of this country. We don't operate this way. We are a free republic, and we handle it at the voting booth. We handle it with protests. We handle it with letters or phone calls to our members of Congress and Senate. They work for us. If enough people call with a complaint, they're going to listen because they want your votes. That's how you affect change. Secret Service, a lot of work needs to be done. I want you guys to listen to this report and let me know what you think in the comments.
Apparent second attempt on Donald Trump's life in the last 2 months, back with the panel. Andrew, how is it possible that the suspect would have been in the vicinity for nearly 12 hours without being spotted by law enforcement? We were just talking with Jonathan and John about the location, that there's restaurants and a parking lot across the way. I don't know if his vehicle was parked in there when he was shot at by Secret Service and he ran across the road, or if it was just parked on the side of the road. But if it was parked on the side of the road, you would think that might have drawn some attention.
Yeah, I doubt that he left it on the side of the road. There's not really an easy or kind of an inconspicuous way to leave that vehicle there, certainly for that period of time. So I think it's a fair guess that it was parked somewhere in the locations that John and Jonathan were referring to. The bigger question for me, Anderson, is how is a person secreted for some period of time, maybe the entire 12 hours, maybe some portion thereof, literally against the fence, probably 20 yards, 25 yards or less from the tee box, the seventh hole tee box, where the president would be teeing off if he had not been caught. This is a strange place for the service to be in because, two things are true at the same time. One, the plan that they had in place worked. The advanced agents saw the gun barrel. They engaged the target with fire, and that mitigated the threat. So their strategy worked as planned. But the question is, how good is the strategy when it overlooks an assassin lying in wait 25 yards away from where the president is going to be if you don't see that gun barrel? So I think this has really got to provoke a rethinking of these Secret Service methodologies, at least in terms of how they're applying them to this president, who we know is a repeated target of pretty serious threats.
Daniel, I'm wondering what you think of that. I mean, how do you